The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE World Tag Team Championship. On the way to the ring, accompanied by 6 at a combined weight of 608 pounds, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, the Outsiders.
And here we go to crown the first ever JKW World Champions. The Outsiders defeating the Steiners earlier in pretty easy fashion. I think Scott coming out separately may have gotten a Rick's head, I don't know.
At a combined weight of 584 pounds, Demolition.
And Demolition losing a match earlier tonight to Generation Me. Their minds might have possibly already been on this match for the first ever tag team championships here in JKW. Or Generation Me that much better of a team than Demolition. But here we go. The finals in the JKW World Championship Tournament. Using the old WWF tag titles as a placeholder. We've already crowned a new social media champion, WCW television champion, in Shinsuke Nakamura. Second match for both of these men. Will it be a easy match for either team? Who knows? But Smash holding up Scott Hall, pretty impressive here. Now, Axe did take a lot of damage in that match earlier versus Generation Me. Smash did not come and break up the pin, even though it was right in his corner, and Demolition didn't seem too upset about losing to Generation Me there at all, so may not be that big of a deal there. And there we go, Scott Hall tagging into Kevin Nash. As I said, Kevin Nash, one thing he did not do in this tournament was, sorry about that. One thing he did not do in this tournament is share a lot of time in the ring. Scott Hall's got some plans here. Now, the Outsiders told Demolition, since they didn't have to go through an entire tournament, and Axe was watching, and Scott Hall attacking Axe from Demolition.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE World Tag Team Championship.
The Outsiders storming the ring.
Accompanied by 6.
A lot quicker than their normal pace.
608 pounds. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, the Outsiders.
Must be all business, because the winner of this will be the first ever JKW World Tag Champions. Using the original WWF Tag title, well, not the original, but using the old WWF Tag titles as placeholders for right now.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 584 pounds, Demolition!
Both of these teams have had a match earlier tonight, and they really used their least used men in both of those matches. I don't know if that will come into play or not. Demolition actually lost their match earlier to Generation Me. Did not seem too upset about it, even though Generation Me was able to pin Axe. Smash could have kicked it out, but I believe they just wanted the match over sooner rather than later. Did look like they injured Matt Jackson, though. Nash stayed in for the majority of his match versus the Steiner brothers and was able to defeat them to be here in this championship match. Demolition got here by default of winning the Rumble to make it to the finals. And here we go. We're going to start with the two workhorses. As I said, the two men that spent the most time in the tournament in the ring. And like we said, Demolition lost a match earlier to Generation Me, but their match was not part of the tournament. Their match was just because Generation Me had caused strife with Demolition, trying to build some momentum in the tournament here. And also because they caused a no contest in the first time the Outsiders and the Steiner brothers went at it. After the tournament was over and we had a tie between the Outsiders and Steiner brothers, of course. Some people believe Generation Me was wanting a four-way for the titles. But now with Generation Me getting that win over Demolition earlier tonight, and Scott Hall just keep on hitting Smash with those discus fists, now going for the pin. Smash getting to the rope. But Generation Me having that win over Demolition, there is already a number one contender waiting in the wings for these two. And then the Steiner brothers. What happened there? They went on such a tear. 5 straight wins, ran into the Outsiders, and just could not beat them on 3 separate occasions. And earlier tonight, as you saw, Scott coming out completely separately from his brother Rick for the first time in the entire tournament. Scott Hall just not letting Smash get anything in edgewise. Oh, what a punch right to Smash's face. The Outsiders said, this is an old school wrestling. We're just going to kick your asses. And it looks like that is what they are doing. Smash now looking to tag in Axe. Axe taking a lot of damage earlier. Over 9 super kicks he took from Generation Me. Able to pick up Scott Hall, holding him in the air. But as we said, Demolition did not seem too bothered by losing to Generation Me. Smash could have easily helped Axe get out of his position, and he did not. But I believe Demolition did what they came. Matt Jackson injured as of right now. But once they're well, they will be the number one contenders for whoever wins this match here. Now, I believe Demolition would have been happy with the win, but I'm sure they were happy to injure one of Generation Me and get out quick enough to where they're a little bit fresh for this match. The Outsiders, however, had a pretty tough match. Scott Hall did quite a bit of work, got out. Nash was actually in that match longer than he had been in any other match, except for the one match that the Outsiders lost earlier in the tournament. But after Scott Hall and Scott Steiner got into it outside the ring, Nash hit Rick Steiner with 2 jackknives to win. And Axe now with that scary nerve pinch, and Scott Hall telling him to get out of here with that stuff. The Outsiders want to do more, I don't know what the word be, flamboyant wrestling maybe? Not new generation wrestling, not with the flips and top rope maneuvers and that, but not so many power moves, punches, kicks, stuff like that. And Scott Hall with a short arm choke slam, riding Axe down to the ground there. Six coming down with the Outsiders. Six was inconspicuous with his absence earlier tonight when the Outsiders took on the Steiners, but the Outsiders were still able to get that win, so I guess it really didn't matter. Scott throwing Axe right back into the ring, and it looks like it's time for Big Kev to enter. And let's see what they got going on here. Nash, oh goodness! Looked like a demolition move of old. And Axe kicking out at 1. And this is exactly what the Outsiders do with the Steiners. Well, the partner was distracted outside. They worked on the other partner inside, so there was nobody to kick out when it was time to pin. And this may work against them here. Axe getting the better of Kevin Nash right now. And a shake, rattle, and roll. That right there could be enough to end the Outsiders. Axe getting Nash into position. And Nash, Axe took too long to get him into position there. But Axe hitting that shake, rattle, and roll on Kevin Nash. Getting Nash into the corner there. Six now facing off with Smash. You better watch it. We might get another disqualification here, because of all the shenanigans that went on with Generation Me. They said a champion would be crowned even if there was a countout or disqualification here in this tag bout. Wouldn't be a great way to crown a new champion, but because of everything going on with Generation Me, the Steiners, the Outsiders, and Demolition, they said no matter what, the winner will be held to. And Axe getting Kevin Nash down again. Hall and Smash going at it once more. And Axe just taking control of this match here. Axe has gorilla pressed and pumping up Kevin Nash. That is impressive. That is impressive. Kevin Nash, almost 7 foot, 350 pounds, lifted in the air, and a Cobra Clutch takedown, and Axe has it on Kevin Nash here. Will Scott Hall come in to assist? Kevin Nash slowly working out of it, and Kevin Nash almost got hit with that modified Cobra Clutch, and what is Axe doing here? And a stun gun. You know, the Outsiders said they weren't going to do any of that old school bull crap wrestling, but it looks like that's what seems to be working here. Called Demolition boring with their punches, their kicks, and their backbreakers. And maybe that's what has gotten Axe to do so many different moves here tonight. Oh! And just a thrown suplex, just to show off the power. Kevin Nash said, this is wrestling, not fighting, but I'll beat you either way. But looks like he's wrong right now, because Demolition definitely getting the better of them. Nash down once more. Can Nash get out? And Nash gets out just in time. Oh! And that was just a brutal punch to the face. Now a tag to Smash. And Kevin Nash being able to reverse. Was it a mistake for Axe to have tagged out? Oh, and a nice running power slam. Shades of the British Bulldog. Oh, and it's time for Nash to get a short arm choke slam of his own on Smash. And here we go. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall going for something else again here. Oh, once again with the atomic drop boot. Shades of Demolition in their own match. Oh, and Smash. Oh, and a running knee has just floored Scott Hall. Scott Hall just barely getting to his feet. Smash laid that knee in and just about floored Scott Hall. I am surprised he even got up from that. And it looked like Scott Hall was calling for the outsider's edge there. And another one of those short arm choke slams to Smash. But the outsiders. And here we go, an outsider head to Smash possibly. Now he is right here in Demolition's corner. And Nash and Axe going back at it again. Is it enough to keep Smash down? And we have new tag team champions. The Outsiders have just defeated Demolition. Demolition losing twice in one night. We're regarded as the #1 tag team in all of JKW and now have lost twice in one night. What has happened to Demolition? But the big story here is new JKW World Champions. World Tag Team Champions. Oh, they're going to go to the top. Who is going to be able to beat these guys? Glad you got to hear me drink. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the main event for the JKW Global Championship, a three-way dance. And the man, the only man tonight, other than Omega and Hangman Page, obviously, but the only man in any of these tournaments who only had to wrestle once tonight. And this is the match.
The Global Championship. Making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 295 pounds. The total package, Lex Luger.
And Lex Luger winning the JKW Royal Rumble, Battle Rumble, whatever you want to call it, Battle Royal, to become the automatic finalist for this. And has been doing amazing other than being attacked by Ron Killings from time to time. But he's the only man in this match who hasn't already wrestled tonight. So he is by far the freshest. And he has been waiting for this. The entire existence of JKW, he has been the #1 contender.
And his opponents, first, from parts unknown, weighing in at 410 pounds, the Monster, A-Miss.
And Abyss having a brutal match with Pac once again. Because of the ongoing strife between Hangman Page and Omega, we couldn't get a valid winner between Angle and Hangman. So the JKW management decided to give Pac and Abyss one more time to fight to get a winner. Abyss won tonight, even though it was a brutal match between him and Pac. Pac almost had him submitted multiple times during that match. And Abyss was number 1 ranked in that tournament. So we did perceive him taking on Lex Luger in this final. We did not know it was going to be a triple threat until recently. And this is the man who inserted himself into the JKW Global
North Carolina
Championship picture.
220 pounds, the Superstar.
And Ron Killings must be very happy with himself, defeating Kurt Angle earlier, but did take an Olympic slam off the top rope. But Ron Killings, upset he wasn't invited to the Battle Royal to name a number 1 contender, wasn't even put in the tournament, but made his presence felt enough here in JKW that he was given a chance to win his way into this triple threat, and he did so. Like we said, Lex Luger, the freshest man here. Ron Killings having to wrestle Kurt Angle, and Abyss having to wrestle Pac already. Will Lex Luger be able to take advantage of the fact both men already had to wrestle? And this is elimination format. So it will be down to one-on-one at some point. We don't do the just one pin and it's over. You got to beat 2 men in this match. Or at least outlast 2 men. And Ron Killings hitting both Abyss and Luger. Oh, and Abyss asked for it. Abyss asked for Killings to get him right there in that corner. And Abyss play. Oh! And Luger moving Killings over while going for a leg drop, and then decided to pose. Killings not liking that. And Lex Luger, like I said, by far the freshest man. Not sure if that will do a lot for him or not, but it's looking like it so far. Lex Luger making sure Abyss is out of the way to hopefully maybe take Ron Killings out of the match. Said Lex Luger honestly believed he should have been considered world champion after winning that Battle Royal. He's had to spend the last several weeks waiting for this match. Has had some great matches up until the time they get interrupted by R-Truth, which seemed to happen more often than not. Abyss also some great matches. Ron Killings wasn't even in JKW's plans at the beginning of this company, and he has definitely made his presence felt all throughout the JKW tournament to determine Lex Luger's opponent for this match here. And it actually dictated the name of this show, War of Attrition, because everybody having to wrestle multiple times to get their championships, except for Lex Luger, but he did win a Battle Royal, outlasted 10 other men, well, 9 other men, to get his place here. So it is deserved. Said Abyss did the majority of the work and the stroke. Ron Killings busting out the stroke on Lex Luger, and now Abyss with the clubbing forearms to Ron Killings. Ron Killings, I would like to say, is probably the marked man here. Luger and Abyss probably knew they were going to be taking each other on, considering Abyss was ranked number 1 in that tournament and eliminated the majority of people in that tournament. Or Rumble, rather. Sorry about that. Misspoke. But Lex Luger was able to take advantage at the last moment. Angle eliminating Abyss, and then Luger eliminating Angle immediately after. And then Ron Killings showing up right after the tournament was announced, saying that he was being discriminated against because he decided to go after a title that really meant nothing earlier in his career. And he wants to make sure people remember who he is. And look at the strength of Ron Killings, picking up Abyss like he was nothing. And here we go, the float over stunner. Is that enough to get Abyss out? Oh, and it is not. Luger was about to help him kick out, but realizing this is not triple threat rules, this is a three-way dance. It is elimination only, so Luger just minding his own business. He could care less who wins. Let these two beat each other up. They've already wrestled, so they're already tired. And then just outlast the winner in a marathon of a match. Abyss figuring that out and going after Luger. Abyss laying Killings down hard with a nice little side slam. Uranagi looking side slam almost. Luger kicking out of the pin. Killings rolled it outside to compose himself here. Killings is an amazing wrestler. It's just the way he went about things to get this shot is what I believe has upset a lot of people here in JKW. But for all of that, you really can't doubt his methods, considering here he is in the match to crown the first ever JKW World Champion. But just 2 nights ago, laying out Lex Luger, as Lex Luger was saying he didn't care who he faced. As we said, Abyss was lucky enough that JKW management decided to give him and Pac one more. Oh! Black hole slam to Killings, and Killings getting out at 1. But like we said, JKW management giving Pac and Abyss one more chance to figure out who the better man is without being disqualified. And the match started with Pac attacking Abyss, almost starting off with the disqualification. And Killings, oh, misses the kick there. And Abyss taking hold. Oh, and slams. Oh, and Killings right out of the corner. Float over. Oh, head scissors takedown. Oh, and Luger coming in with the forearm now on Killings. Like I said, nobody really wants Killings in this match, but Luger may want him and Abyss to take each other out a little bit more, and then maybe just out-marathon Abyss. Killings letting Abyss go for the pin there on Luger. Oh, and Luger getting out. Oh! A way to take down the much smaller, or larger, Abyss. Don't know why I said smaller. And Luger's going to pick Abyss up for the torture rack. Staring right at Killings. Killings telling him to go on. Do it. Do it. And will Abyss give up? Will Abyss surrender in the torture rack? And no. But Luger going to go for the pin now on him. Adding that little backbreaker at the end. And Abyss is eliminated. And Ron Killings now going to go to work on Lex Luger. He is the epitome of everything that he hates about pro wrestling. Lex Luger. And Lex Luger just hanging out, knowing that the longer this goes, the more in favor it is of his, just because Killings had a brutal match against Kurt Angle earlier tonight, but with the way things are going now with Killings, you wouldn't know that. But he just calls Luger an establishment wrestler. They're always going to pick him, no matter what. They're never going to go for a guy like Killings. He's a guy that fights. He's a guy that can make the fans like him, even if management doesn't want him to. And Luger's just a guy, no matter if the fans love him or hate him, the company's going to treat him like he's the good guy. And case in point, just giving him a straight-up shot to the finals, ignoring the fact that Luger had to win a Rumble to get here. And Killings just beating up Lex Luger here. Gonna take Luger up to the top. Oh, and a nice little sidekick there. Killings said if it got down to him and Luger, this is exactly what would happen. He was thinking it was going to be him and Pac. Oh! Killings on fire here. And here we go, the spin around stunner. And I don't think he's done. I do not think Killings is done here. And Luger turning that around. Nice little short arm clothesline. And Luger was signaling for the torture rack. And Killings getting himself off. And a nice little run up the turnbuckle. DDT to hit him with. And here, oh! That fallback face slam of Killings. Now, Killings made the mistake earlier on Kurt Angle. He kept on going for too much. He thought, he acted like he just needed to make sure it was a definitive win over Angle, which he ended up with. But it led to him getting a top rope Angle slam on top of another Angle slam, which is not something you really want to go into a title match with, especially with a man who hasn't even wrestled earlier in the night. Killings just battering Lex Luger here. Oh, and that face down slam again. And Killings still not ending it. Still picking Luger up for more damage. And now Luger battling back. Pile driver to Killings. And just that quickly, Luger has taken back over on the match. Just that quickly. Oh, and Luger going for the forearm. These two men just so mad at each other. And Luger picking up Killings and just draw snake eyes, sideways snake eyes. Killings' body so worn out, he couldn't even make it to the ground, was just hung up in the ropes. Oh, and now Luger waiting. Luger is waiting. Oh, and we're going for the torture rack. Luger has Killings up in the torture rack. Will Killings give up? Can Luger make it? Can Luger make Killings surrender right now? Killings trying his hardest to get out, but Luger just holding him up there. That back hurt from that bionic Angle slam. And Killings fighting his way out of the torture rack. Now the issue is, Is Killings going to be able to keep Luger down? Oh, and a nice little cutter there. Oh, and that sideways face breaker there. And Killings, oh! The scissor kick to the back of the head. And I don't think he wants to end it there. I do not think he wants to end it there. Oh, and another Alabama jam. Killings not wanting to end this match, and that might have been the mistake that Luger needed, but no. Killings getting himself, oh, and another float over stunner. And he wants to make sure that Luger is not going to get up if he attempts another pin. And there we go. Can Killings do it? Can Killings become the first ever global champion of JKW? And he's done it. He has done it, ladies and gentlemen. Ron Killings, the first ever JKW World Champion. That float over stunner to Abyss earlier in the match. Abyss to choke slam to Luger. Black hole slam to Killings. And Ron Killings has done it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching JKW's War of Attrition. We now have a new world champion, Ron Killings. Stay tuned to see what's next here in JKW.